Welcome everyone to Pipefitters Local 597 Basys Employer XG. This software will allow you to do your remittances of general contractor funds and 401k contributions online. I'm Jenny Floriday, and in this session, I will show you tips that will make the submittal process more efficient. If you repeatedly enter the same employees into a remittance, then try using these two shortcuts to improve your efficiency.
The first shortcut is the copy command. It will take employees from a previously completed submission and copy them to one of the remittances that has a due status. This process doesn't work on an in-progress item. Select the remittance that you want to add employees to. I'll pick a 401k remittance. Click on the copy command on the top of the window. This will take you to the Copy Remittance window, displaying other remittances that already have employee contributions completed. Be sure to pick a contract that matches the one you started with. If you don't, only the common fields will be transferred. I need a 401k remittance. The last column shows the employee count. This is helpful in identifying which work period remittance to pick. Click on Continue after selecting the remittance. In the Employee Details screen, all you have to do is fill in the payroll disbursement date
and then fill in all the amounts.
If you make a mistake, you can go back and click on an item and correct it. When you're finished, scroll to the bottom of the screen and select the Add to Cart option. You can either return home to complete additional remittances or proceed to cart. I'm going to return home to complete additional remittances. As you can see, you're returned to the home screen, and the remittance you just completed has a status of in cart.
Notice that after returning to the Home tab, there is one item in our cart. That completes the first shortcut. Now, on to the Upload function. The second shortcut is the Upload function. Once again, you must pick a remittance that has a status of due, not in progress, and each employee must be set up in the system before an upload will work. Upload takes data that is stored in an Excel-style workbook and copies all the entries into your remittance, saving you a lot of time. The trick to this process is matching the layout of the Excel sheet to the remittance type. Call Laura Ganaka to map out your workbook layout. Her contact information will be displayed at the end of this video. We will use the 401k contract for our example. First, I want to show you what the file looks like. Notice the extension says CSV. That stands for comma separated values. If I double click on it, it will open up the Excel file. After opening the file, you will have to expand all the columns to get a better view of the data. I do this by dragging my mouse over the letters and then position my mouse on the right edge of any of the columns and double click, and it spreads out the columns so you can see the contents. Now we can see that the layout is in this order. First column, Social Security number. Column B, the hours worked. Column C, the shift or work classification. D, first name. E, last name. And date of birth is in the last column, and notice the format of the year. It's 4 digits. Notice that there are no labels for the data. After typing this information, we'll do a File Save As, and make sure that Save As type is set to the CSV format. This message will flash on your screen. Some features in your workbook might be lost if you save it in a CSV format. Do you want to use that format? Click on Yes, and then close this file down. It must be closed when you are doing the upload. Since I've saved it already, I don't need to save it again. With that closed, let's go back to Basys. I'm going to use this remittance to bring the employee records in. Once again, I was looking at a 401k layout in the Excel file, so I want to pick a 401k layout right now. Also, the status is equal to due. So instead of clicking on it to open it, I'm going to click on the Upload option above. Doing that takes me into the browse, so I have to go find the file. There it is. I'll click on Open. I then have to click on Upload File. It will give me a preview of the first 15 records so that I can confirm that I have the right file. And if it's correct, I click on Next. The Upload Wizard is validating the data, doing the calculations, and taking us into the employee details. The only thing I need to fill in here is the payroll distribution date. I can now scroll down, click on Add to Cart, and either proceed to cart or return home to complete additional remittances. I'll choose that option. It's processing. I'm back on the Home tab. I now have 2 items in my cart, and it also shows me the payment summary. In a previous video called Opening and Submitting a Payment, you can see how to use the Proceed to Payment option going into the cart. You now have 2 alternatives to entering each employee's information manually. I hope each of them works well for you. If you have any questions after this seminar, please contact Laura. Here's her email address. Thanks for listening.